but we are in war. This is a region that was feeding at least West Africa, I know of that, beside Nigeria. We can't farm anymore. Then the most devastating thing is our children cannot go to school in northern Nigeria. All our children are on the street. I actually thought that was, more a phenomenon for Northwest. Then we listened to our other chapters from other parts, North Central. We found out everywhere is the same problem. Our children are not in school. And if our children are not in school, give us 20 years, we'll be in no place at all. Simply because we have not groomed, we have not trained, we have not brought up people to lead us. Moreover, our economy is being so devastated in such a way that it's frightening. And yet, Your Excellency, I want to say that without northern Nigeria, there won't be any Nigeria. Let's call spade a spade. No part of this country has carried this country on its shoulder more than northern Nigeria. And we are rich. We are not a poor region. We supported before, we are supporting now, and we will continue to support Nigeria and West Africa. Our grains are all over. Some countries do actually have famine if we have problem with our farming. North Central, Your Excellency, is predicted that it can feed Africa. It can feed Africa. And you can try geometry. It's the most fertile land you can imagine. It's where you can get so much out of acreage. It's unbelievable. We can't do it anymore. And we realize that without us solving our problem, nobody will solve it for us. That is why we formed this association. It's Northern Women and Youth Leadership Foundation. And what it does is, it's just a developmental NGO. It's not an NGO to respond to one program, no. It's an NGO to partner with all agencies, public, private, so that we can intervene in the crisis as they come. That's why you hear former. Most of us are people who have been in governance. They know what it takes there. They know what is happening, and they know the road to take. For instance, we have been lamenting, why are we in this situation? Why have we been brought to this level that we are? And we get submerged into noise and trivialities, and we forget our realities. So we identify some of the crises we feel we can face so that we can empower ourselves to deal with bigger crises. For instance, like I said, we said all our children are on the street. Our children must go back to school. It will be everybody's duty, not only yours, Your Excellency, as the governor and the future leader of whatever position it is in Nigeria, but it is on us to see that our children go back to school. It is on us that we revive the economic activity in northern Nigeria. Don't forget, until today, we are still, like we give 40% of Nigerian GDP outside oil, with all the problems that we have. So if we can face our problems, then we can become, the majority number in the GDP. But the indexes are so wrong. We have the highest poverty rate. UNDP rated us. One state is the poorest state in the society in the whole world. All that. Not because we lack the resources or we lack the will. Well, we lack even the energy to work, but because we have become so submerged into things that are beyond us. We need to take back our realities. We need to take back our destiny. We need to work hard. And that is why we thought, merging the power of women and youth, we'll be able to do it. This NGO is not seeking to create palliative for youth or women. We're not asking societies to give women this, to give that. No, we want the power of women to solve problems. And we listed some of the things that we said we must do immediately. Like, how about reviving the economies of the local governments so that there we create the wealth instead of the state capitals. How about we get children back to school? How about we create cooperatives in what Nigeria's whatever produce is being taken outside this country in raw form? Why do we allow that? We allow other people to create jobs, create wealth for their people, and we are the producers. If Nigeria is the biggest producer of cassava in the whole world, why is Thailand the biggest exporter of starch? And another thing, Your Excellency, the wars that are brought to us are not because of anything we have done. It's not even because of our religious bigotry, which we express now and then. No, it is because of the resources that northern Nigeria has. Every state in Nigeria can succeed. And what they get from the oil, they can get from their resources. Every single state. I think between Kogi and Nasarawa, I don't know which has more. But I can read Nasarawa's one because I read it on the map. They have 23 minerals of commercial viability. And your uranium runs from northeast up to northwest. You have a gold belt running right from northwest up to southwest. That's what we have. And we have so much. But they don't want to buy our resources from us. They want to come and take it by force, turn us into slaves on our own land. And that's why we have all these schemes. And so I come to you, Your Excellency. She said, you are the youngest governor. And this organization and many partners we are creating, we want power shift. We want the young ones to become the most powerful. We want the young brain to take up the leadership of this country. Why? Why? Because no matter how much you think, only the generation of a time fits that time. The generation of 60s and 70s cannot deal with the realities today. It doesn't work. That is why I said when you take a journey and you're going for 50 years, you have not arrived at destination, you must be foolish and stupid to continue with that journey. You have to change the direction. And Your Excellency, we appreciate what you have done in terms of security in Borno State. In fact, I'm sorry, in Kogi State. You know, it started like at par. Kogi was unstable. Kogi was insecure. But we also watched and we know the model, the routes you took to make sure that you have secured your state. And you have also chased away the elements. And we feel that most northern states governors should take that model, adopt it, and we can solve this problem. You know, it's not by accident that we came to you. We look at what somebody has done. And I know that, look, I'm not a politician really in the real sense of the word. But I can say this. If we make you the president of Nigeria, you can secure Nigeria. If you make a 90-year-old person your president, it might be difficult for him to know what is tracking, to know how you can translate security, you know, words, everything on computer, turn them into mathematics, and track and use and deal with it at the same time. We pray and hope that this is the time. We are not setting up all these chapters and so on because we want to influence politics, but more to make sure that we get the right people there. And sir, we have chapters in every state of northern Nigeria and FCT, complete everything, you know, ESCO and membership. We also have chapters in every local government in northern Nigeria. And now what we're trying to do is to create the village presence so that when we come to talk to anybody, we will say that we know northern Nigeria more than any group. That's what we are doing. Unfortunately, our chairperson from Kogi has to fly from Lagos to here. She is yet to arrive, maybe delays and so on. But we will talk on her behalf, Your Excellency. They have been working very hard. So we have come with a request. And please, we shouldn't frighten you. It's not a big request. Your Excellency, we are requesting that you help us because we just realized that we cannot stay here. We have to move within the states. And we need transportation. We need a bus to move from one state to the other instead of taking vehicles because of the insecurity. That's what we are requesting as a national body. But the most important thing we want is, Your Excellency, we want your partnership. We want to partner with the state government to look critically at how every child in Kogi will go to school, and how we can create vibrant economic activity within the local government so that on their own, they can do their budgets. And then we want you, Your Excellency, to help Kogi State Chapter to have an office. Because running from a small place or their houses cannot work. We are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And at the end of the day, if it is a partnership, Your Excellency, we're going to do your work that you assign to them, and they're going to do the work that they assign to themselves. But at the end of the day, we want more than anything that Northern Nigeria realizes its realities. We shun all these trivialities and look at us and look at our strengths and also uplift our strengths and stample our weaknesses if we can. Because religious bigotry, ethnicity, they just camouflage to hide the real realities. We must work towards, helping ourselves by ourselves. Your Excellency, I know we have made huge requests to you, but if you kindly accept to host our AGM, then you will see the strength of this organization. We've just had it in Kano, and our governor hosted us, and we realized, like you, he had something that we really appreciated. That was his impact on harder farmers' conflict. He created completely new land for herders with the dam and everything. So we appreciate that, as we appreciate what you have done in terms of security. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are really honored and really privileged that you accepted to see us. It's the first time, a governor gives an appointment without even anybody just, okay, come, We feel like we're relations, just like that, instead of going through so much protocol. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you, Your Excellency. And if you accept to host us, then you will see the strengths and see our appreciation of you as the youth, the kind of youth that we want to lead Nigeria. I am not abandoning the older people. We are very good at advising and everything, okay? We are good. We also can give our quota, but please, we want some kind of, what do you call it now? Digital brain. We want digital brain now, much more than the analog that we are used to, so that we can sort our problems by ourselves. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for seeing that. Thank you for listening to me.
Which has to do with the future of the North and indeed the future of Nigeria. We're talking of security, we're talking of education, we're talking of the economy. When you take care of all of this, there's nothing more. Every other thing flows. I happen to share in all of your facts because I am of the North. Because I was raised in the North, far North, and I know what our North used to be. When I will travel from Zaria to Gombe, when I will travel from Zaria to Kano, to Nguru, when I will travel to Niger State, every part of Niger State, to Sokoto State, to Maiduguri, everywhere by road, to Bauchi, Jos, everywhere you can think of. And even if your vehicle develop fault on the road, it's just all you need to do is just to look for any nearby village and go and sleep. Or you leave your car there, Next person coming will stop either to assist you or convey you to the next destination. It will take you how many number of days, you return back, your vehicle is still intact. When you'll be traveling and you're tired or you're hungry, you just stop by in any village or any house and you are attended to. Who are brothers keepers? There was leadership then. And I knew exactly what North used to be. So all that are happening today is strange, very strange. And I've had a lot of wonderful history of how even North used to be before these our recent days. So it struck me, and I said, if that is the case, please, let's see. And thank God you are here today. I welcome all of us. Well, it is a problem that is bedeviling the North and Nigeria today, and it seems very, very humongous, looking very big. Let me tell you that I inherited all these problems in Kogi State. Insecurity, mutual suspicion, that is division, and decay in infrastructure, ineptitude on the part of government officials and workers, and what have you. Those days, in fact, at a point, it took me over 5 years, I couldn't even step into Okene, my hometown, because of insecurity, where the order of the day is how many guns you have. Every day you'll be you'll be looking for or waiting to hear one sad news of one community attacking the other, one group attacking the other, how many is being killed, how many houses burned. You can't really step at home. You can't carry out occasions at home. One clan attacking another, one Islamic sect attacking another, one religion attacking the other. You know, the mutual suspicion between the people of the central and the east and the west, all of this. These were the order of the day, just like we're having it today in the country. But let me shock you by telling you that 5 years down the line, all of these have become a thing of the past. Simply because I say no to all of that, all those nonsense. And I stood firm and I refused to waver. I refused to shake. I refused to chicken out. I did not run away from the problems. I refused to sweep them under the carpet. I confronted them head on. The criminals are the ones running away. Other than the people running away from the criminals. That's why I say the reverse is the case. Today, nobody cares whether you're from Ibira, you are Igala, you are Okun. No, because you can't come and tell me and I'll not take it. If we can accommodate an Igbo man from Anambra to be part of my cabinet, if I can accommodate Bolori all the way from Maiduguri to be in my government, if we can accommodate Halima, she's out, all the way from Kaduna to be part of our government, if I can accept this young man from Ogun State to be the director general, the MD of the best rice factory in the, we're going to have help. So I will help you as much as possible to galvanize support from those areas. I sincerely appreciate you, and I pray that you carry this advocacy and campaign to the grassroots from top down. Sometimes it's not how big and mighty a group is, but how effective. So I pray that you show that your mettle, and this is what we call patriotism of the highest order. May God continue to bless you and your group and everybody who will join in ensuring that you deliver the message. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much.
To improve on our infrastructure. And we have been transparent, open, and accountable for every penny that comes to our state. Our mother, our sisters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President inherited a very dreary, very precarious situation in this country. The other time I said, and please let nobody misquote me, I said it takes an ingrate to appreciate what Mr. President inherited, is doing, and the situation he is in today. I am not the spokesperson for Mr. President. And I do make effort to remind us of the situation of insecurity when Baba Buhari came. Bombings across the north, down to even Abuja here. Salaries in those days, even federal government was borrowing to pay salary. We are aware of this. We are aware of all the rots. Let me summarize. We are expecting that when Baba Buhari comes, there should be manna should come from heaven. And let us quickly reverse all the ills that were happening. And some people tend to be like, what has Baba Buhari done? And I say, he has done a lot. Considering what he inherited, the situation he is in. The situation he is in today starts from the humans. Those from around him to us, to Nigerians. Nobody should call Baba Buhari. Baba Buhari will not be a president, minister, DG, governors, councillors, senators, reps, chairmen, other citizens. Baba Buhari will not be. He's just one person. As a president, he must appoint, he must entrust, he must delegate. And whether you like it or not, you must trust. If I trust you, Yahaya, and you decide to betray my trust, what more can I do? I have not seen this my sister before. But I know Hajiya Fatima. If I decide to send Hajiya Fatima to your group, and Hajiya Fatima comes to you and refuses to deliver the message, and return to me and said the message is excellently delivered, and I have no any other mechanism of checking to know whether she did it well or not, I'll be bound to believe her. If she decides to betray the trust I repose in her, that is what will happen. My dear brothers and sisters, the condition and situation Baba is in, and he's still doing his best, is such that there are a lot of betrayers that have betrayed the trust and confidence he has reposed in a lot of Nigerians. We're in position of authorities today. All we need to do for Baba Buhari is to continue to pray for him. That at this age, at this stage, at this level, and with the kind of situation that surrounds him, we will be quick to say Mr. President is either gagging the media, or he's repressive, or, he's draconian. We say we want a gentleman in him. And this is the gentle Baba Buhari that we are seeing today. So why are we complaining? That's the situation Baba Buhari is in. Now where is the problem? The problem is in leadership at all levels, not just in him as president. Leadership at all levels. Leadership starts from home, to the community, to the society, before you talk of those that are elected or appointed into various offices and authority. The truth to authorities. We must tell our leaders from the north that this is not the north of ours of those days. This is not what we heard. That our forefathers, Sir Ahmadu Bello, the Tafawa Balewas, the Aminu Kanus, all of those of blessed memories. This is not the north they envisaged. When Sir Ahmadu Bello will travel all the way from Sokoto to Kogi State, then Kwara State, and he has one of his confidants in Awoni, late Pa Awoni, Sunday Awoni. He will go as far as Benue to have the Takas and all of those leaders as part of his own and never discriminate. He say one north. One north. But the moment, at certain stage, that our leaders began to segregate and separate along lineage, along religious line. This is the real House of Fulani. Even among the House of Fulani, there are blue bloods. The moment we began to do all of this, then we began to get, we started getting it wrong. And that is why we are where we are today. When we're no longer carrying ourselves along, merit, credit, capacity does no longer mean anything to us. When we began to sell our conscience, we see white, we call it black, all in the name of politics, because it serves or suits us right. This is when we began to have it wrong. And we are still getting it wrong today. When you have one of your own sons, either from North Central or from Northeast or any part of Northwest, and you say, no, because he does not belong to this class. No, where is he coming from? Where is his second address? When we began to put all of these sentiments, that is why we are getting all of this wrong. I am so happy that we have almost everybody as former here today. You have seen better than us that are still current. The former will see better than even the current. So you are better positioned to educate us. You are better positioned to advocate and tell our leaders, currently in authorities, and those that are not in authorities today, but they have voice, they have influence, that the earlier we have a rethink, the better. There's no doubt that we're backward. There's no doubt. Let me ask you, how many Northerners have bank? Which of the banks do we have today? Apart from Dangote, apart from Boa, and probably I don't know who to call again. Who else? No. I mean, I'm talking of the real persons that we know have investment today. How many do we have again? How many can you call? Without government patronage, there's none. Today, you have governors, ministers, and various other officials that have left power Immediately they leave power, that is the end of them. Meaning, we did not put in place certain mechanisms that is going to empower and empower the North economically. What is in the pocket today? That is what is important. And then why wouldn't you be called parasites? You'll be called parasites. So the earlier we call our leaders to order, the better. Everybody, not the much or the multitude, but the very few that have conscience, the very few that are courageous, the very few that are ready to lift us from our woods, from the woods, I think the better we will encourage those few ones, the better for the North and for the country. And until the North is secured, until the North is prosperous, until the North develop, Nigeria will not be in peace. Nigeria cannot be in peace. And let me tell you, we must not necessarily be in power to be able to get all of this. After all, when you bring this argument, then the others will begin to count how many presidents and head of states that you've had in the North, both military and civilian. And the question is it a southerner that has been your governor, your ministers, your local government chairman, and what have you? No, it is still yourselves. So our mothers should rise. We must talk sincerely to ourselves. We must talk sincerely, heart to heart to ourselves, and bring out what is there. I am not afraid to say it any day, any time. I will not, because of 2023, begin to be a sycophant at this point. No. Because power is in the hand of God Almighty. After all, nobody gave me a chance when I was contesting in 2015. God made it. So why should I be afraid of human being to say the truth? If God says I will be the president in 2023, it's in his hands. And I will say the truth as it is. And I will act and stand by it. So please, not only us, the governors, start from Mr. President. Use every available opportunity to you to speak loud. Speak loud and advocate. Let the most powerful and the weak ones amongst us in the North, let this message permeate through. You permeate through. And we should reduce and stop this politics of Sonkai. We must stop it immediately. If you are a big brother, you should know that there is a younger brother, a smaller brother. If you belong to one large ethnic group, you must carry the lower ethnic group along. If you belong to one religion, you must appreciate and recognize the other religion. If you belong to one ethnic group, you must acknowledge and appreciate the other ethnic group. So that we can live in peace and harmony, we can work as a brother, as one North. And once this happens, and we have that strong, good, and courageous leadership, everything will flow. A situation where a father would have eaten his own, taking his own chance, and is wanting to take that of his son, grandson, and great-grandson, let us discourage it, for crying out loud. The world is advancing. The world is moving. The world is not waiting for Nigeria. The world is not waiting for the North. If the world is advancing and we are not advancing along with it in terms of leadership, and we're still returning back to yesteryears, while the world is advancing, then we are reversing. This is the truth. When you've gotten to a point of your diminishing return and you don't appreciate it early enough, if you fail to raise others as you are rising, who will take over from you? And you realize late in your life and you want to return to God with the little you think you have achieved, then you have completely doomed the generations yet unborn. And if those of us that realize this today are still singing the praises and ready to still be sleeping in our slumber and refuse to wake up, then we undo ourselves. So I urge you, our mothers and sisters and brothers, to encourage us, continue to encourage us. Because the few of us that are courageous, we are ready to push them away. We are ready to take our destinies in our hands. When my mother returned back to the glory last year, if she didn't raise me, and as at the time she gave back to me, she continued to go to the kitchen to prepare meal for me. Remember, there are still children of 46, 47 that are still depending on their parents today. Some because their parents are rich, some because their parents are poor. So if I was waiting for my mother to continue to go to the kitchen, right from age 1 up to age 45, now she's gone. Who will be going to the kitchen to prepare meal for me now? Let us learn from this and raise our children well. Like I said, leadership starts from home to the community before we talk of the national leadership. I will support you immensely to the best of my ability, because I have seen this group as a very committed and sincere group who is ready to take the bull by the horn and say the truth to powers. We will give you support. The support we will be giving to you is not because of President Yahaya, the presidency of Governor Yahaya Bello. It's not because of that. I am being sincere. I'm being sincere. Because all hands must be on deck. While I'm doing my own, you do your own, let them do theirs, let others do theirs. So we will give you support, and I will encourage some of my colleagues and some others well-spirited, individuals across the north and even across the country.
Also have that. We are behind you. We will follow you. I'm not promising you that you will be the president in this world or in Nigeria, but I'm telling you that you stand a better chance of getting whatever you want. God will stand with you, and by the grace of God, God will look at the heart of every Nigerian and He will do the best for us. Amen. So it's my prayer that God stands with you. Thank you.